Guys, welcome to Not Again Podcast. How have you guys been? I hope you guys are doing fine. I hope you guys are doing okay. Welcome to my show. Welcome to my podcast. How have you guys been? Alright, for those who are new, welcome. Alright, let's do my welcoming speech right now. For those who are new, welcome. Alright, I'm not sure how you check out this podcast, but I really do hope you enjoy your stay. For those who have been listening to this for at least more than once, I think that maybe this podcast is fun. Maybe this podcast you can listen to it one more time and see how bad it will go next. So this is the so thank you guys. Thank you for coming back. That's what I'm trying to say, right? I hope it didn't go bad. I hope it did. I hope it maintains the same caliber that you listen to and the reason why you stayed, right? Um, at least. But yeah, how have you guys been? I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope you guys are doing fine. How's your week? For those who are having a bad one, plow through. I guess that's my any given Sunday motivational speech, right? That's my Rocky Balboa motivational speech, right? That's my military Black Hawk Down motivational speech, inspiring speech that I have, right? Yeah. So I had an okay week. I'm not sure that it's a bad week. But it starts out a little bit depressing. It starts out a little bit sad. I'm not sure depressed is a good word, but I like to set out the word sad inside. I'm not sure why. I was trying to figure out why. I like to think that it's because it's my brain realizing it's that the holiday is gone. All right. I like to put it that way that maybe I feel sad because uh, I really wish that this do you know the residual effect? I think my residual effect for being happy after a holiday trip is about a week. All right, then I realized maybe the week will go bad after that. So yeah, so that's what happened, right? I like to think that's what happened. It gave me closure. I don't know why it's sad. Otherwise, I'll go crazy thinking about why did my week, why did the week go start out bad, right? But it's okay now. I guess it's okay. I don't feel that bad anymore. It picked up after Wednesday, midday week. Alright, it starts out midweek. It gets better, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, this is what happens, right? I that's why I say I had an okay week. It kind of balanced out, right? I'm not sure what to tell you, but I think that again, this may sound like bragging, right? Because I got a new iPhone, right? Initially, I was an Android user. Initially, I was using very cheap phones, but this time I got an iPhone out of spite. I'm not sure that it's okay to say that. Like in Singapore, we have these mobile phone contracts, right? Where if you get like a more expensive mobile phone contracts, you get a bigger discount for a mobile phone at a special price, right? You get mobile phone at a discount, I guess. And this time around, because my mobile phone cracked, my mobile phone has a I can't read what's on my mobile phone screen anymore, right? That's why I asked my dad for his mobile phone at a special price, right? And then I'll pay him, right? I'll pay what's left, right? So I asked him for his mobile phone contract, right? And I had a mobile phone contract the last time. My mom used it to get a mobile phone, and this time around I can't, right? I need to go to talk to my dad for his mobile when he's renew his mobile phone contract. I can use his to get like a mobile phone at a special price, right? Usually my mobile phone ranges after discount, right? It lasts from $0 to about 50, or maybe sometimes $80, right? And this time around, because of my younger sister has a mobile phone as well. She's an iPhone fan girl. She has almost every iPhone, and her screen crack as well, right? But still readable, like you can read the screen, and she wanted to use my dad's mobile phone to get like a new mobile phone, to get like a new iPhone as well at a special price as well, right? And the reason she gave my mom and dad that the reason why she should have the mobile phone contract is because to get like a special price mobile phone, right? Because it will be much more worth it if my because it will be much more worth it for her to get like a new mobile phone, right? Because she'll be getting an expensive mobile phone, and it will be a waste if you get like a cheap mobile phone, right? So I got a mobile phone out of spite. Uh, yeah, so I say, hey, why not let me get an iPhone then? Let me be a prick and get the iPhone then. Yeah. So that's what happens. I feel like an asshole now. I feel like the boy who won everything and glowed, like rubbing his happiness towards my sister now. Right? If she listens to this podcast that she doesn't listen to, and I'm gloating with a lot of people right now. I feel bad right now. Right? It feels like I've won in the fight, and because I have a weapon, and my opponent is Stephen Hawking. Right? I feel bad right now. Right? I'm sorry. Right? I'm not, I'm that's why I'm a little bit hesitant to share this story. But it's a very big switch, right, from Android to iPhone. Yeah, so it feels very weird for me. I'm trying to get used to it. Every app seems like it's a cool app right now. Like for messaging app, I go, oh my god, what the fuck? An iPhone can do this? Yeah, that's what's happening right now. That's what has happened, like for the past week, right? Going crazy, trying to research about what app should I download, what app should I have in my iPhone, so that I will look like a like a weirdo. I want to fit in, all right. I'm not. I don't know. I feel that it's okay to wanting to fit in. So yeah, so I got an iPhone now. I'm a little bit happy, I guess. That maybe that contributes a little bit of happiness for my week. Maybe, right? Maybe it's because the feeling of getting things out of spite, uh, gets me, like, make me happy a little bit as well, right? I don't know. I think that's what happens. I think that's the case, right? That is why I feel like, okay, I'm a little bit happy, and I'm feeling a little bit guilty about what has happened. Yeah. So going back to this podcast, in this episode, I'm talking to Shak. Shak is a very good friend of mine. All right. We have conversations like late at night. You'll hear later why. All right. So yeah. So I had a chat with Shak. We talk about what matters to him a lot more. And we talk about, and okay. Look, I'll let the first tell you that this conversation, right, was being recorded very late last year. Right. So there's like July, and it's like July now. So it feels like there might be a little difference when it comes to like that. Like it was relevant at the point of time. Right? It was like, for those who have been through with us, it was relevant at the point of time, right? So it feels a little bit weird. It feels a little bit detached. If it feels like that, like there's a time difference, I guess, right? So this is, and yeah, so in this podcast, in this episode, I managed to sit down and have a chat with Shak. Right, Shak is a very talented musician. Right, he's been involved in Shak and the Beats. Right, like his name is in the band itself. Right, and he has very cool music. Right, go online, check out, find his music called SHAK. He has a lot of cool music. Check out his and this amount he will share a little bit about his life as well, right? And yeah, so listen to it. Listen to he. I don't know. It's like I think I'm gonna know a little bit more about Shak and this podcast, and after the chat, after a podcast chat, right? After I feel a little bit, I know a little bit more about him. Like there are things that he said in this episode that I didn't know I have. I didn't know I know about. I didn't know about him, right? So yeah, so do listen to this episode. Have fun. Enjoy this episode where I had a conversation with Shak, right? Yeah, enjoy.
Sure.
Sure, I guess. Yeah, I think I should start recording now. All right. So yeah, I don't know. Okay, look, I haven't even know how to start this conversation,
Sure.
but all I could think of is, this is one time I think we are chatting under our house,
Yeah.
and we remember that
Yeah, with Estelle and Shafiq and I think Sulaiman was there also.
Sulaiman. Oh yeah, Sulaiman was there.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to identify both like all the musicians that I know.
Right.
But I could remember Estelle, you, Khalis, Raf. I got confused with Shafiq and Sulaiman sometimes.
Right. Yeah, it happens. Yeah, it happens.
And Inch,
Yeah.
and no one else. I don't know who Samilo is. I mean I know them by reputation.
Sure.
But if I were to meet that person I meet that group in person.
Like you don't know how they look like. And
I don't know how they
stuff
look like. I don't know. I also listen to Great Spy Experiment a lot. I thought that they are pretty cool.
Right.
Yeah. So there's this one thing that you said that kind of like still bugs me, where it goes like I would rather be happy than to get the talent itself. Because I remember you telling me a story about
I don't know. I feel like wow, this is a
heavy.
This is a heavy topic for a start. But this was okay. Like I mean, we were there for a solid hour before this even came up. Like so, this conversation basically started when we were all like after a gig or something, right?
Yeah, I think it's after Hard Rock, like it's like 2 a.m. in the morning.
Right. Yeah. I think it was after the Hard Rock.
Yeah. And then I was like, and I remember like I lost my key. I'm pretty bummed.
Oh yeah, and then you didn't want to go home, and then I didn't want to go home. Yeah.
I know that this kind of situation happen a lot. Like none of you guys want to go home, but you still want to hang out with each other.
It's not so much as like wanting to hang out. It's just like because sometimes like you really have nothing to do the next day.
Oh, okay.
And like I have trouble sleeping, and I'd much rather stay out than to try and fall asleep at home. I mean, I don't know if that's healthy or not, but I don't know. I feel like it's nicer to stay out and be tired than to be at home and be tired, because like I've spent a lot of time at home trying to fall asleep, and being confined in those walls it can do something to a person's mental health, I guess. Because like I have trouble sleeping, and it's quite bad. Like sometimes I don't even know when I fall asleep and when I wake up. You know, sometimes it's like there's a gray area where like, is this all even real? You know, like it gets to that point. And so like we were sitting under your block, I think is always what. So just sitting there and talking about stuff, and then it happened. I would give up all my talent or whatever it is that people think it is that I have. Okay, just to live a normal and happy life.
Okay, okay. I think it's better to tell us what happened before that when you're.
We were talking about like the music and all that, and then I was just getting like I don't know, like people always come up to me and they tell me like, "Oh, dude, you're so good" and all that, but I don't see it. Like I genuinely don't see it.
I think it's all crippling. It's all the artist's fault. This is what I realized, right? Where it can be like, you're so self-aware that you don't think that you're really good at all. And I'm not an artist, but I dabble like I don't know whether to call myself an artist at all.
Right.
So I'm not an artist. I'm nothing.
Right.
Right. I still tell everyone that when someone says, are you a stand-up comic? No, I dabble in stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like I'm good enough to call myself that. I'm still paying my bills by working, having a day job.
Yeah.
Rather than just look, I'm a stand-up comic. I work and pay through stand-up comedy. Right. That's what I think. Right. I still don't really dare to call myself an artist yet.
It's the same for me. I still don't dare call myself a musician. You know, like honestly, like I can't do the simple things that most musicians like it's a staple for them. Like knowing what key a song is in and stuff like that. Like I don't know what keys I sing in.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Like I just hear something, and if I can hit the notes, then that is what I'm gonna sing at. You know, and like, and like I would love to collaborate with so many people, right? But I feel like my own, like, like this kind of like technical or like theory. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's holding me back from doing that. Like I've had to turn down, like just today, I had to turn down one collaboration because like I couldn't, like I feel like I can't deliver what they think I can deliver. And the thing is, like, I mean, it's really nice when people believe in me and they tell me like, hey man, I'm sure you can do it. And obviously, like with enough time, it might happen. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
I don't know, man.
Does any of this make sense? Like, I'm so tired. I haven't slept in 3 days. I don't even know if I'm making like coherent sentences.
You are making coherent sentences. I mean,
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
Right.
But I don't know. I mean, I think having the idea of like going out, like, because you're saying that, look, for me, I would rather to be in misery and coming out
Really?
with stuff. I really do. I'm not sure whether it's because I grew up there, and I grew up like, okay, look, I have a perfect family.
It's probably like the whole grass is greener on the other side kind of thing, right?
I'm not sure though. I mean, I grew up in a slightly perfect family or slightly normal family
Yeah.
where maybe my parents don't support me that much when I say I want to go to it. Like I want to be a comic, right? Or this is where I want to go.
Right.
And I don't know, man. I think that I have a dad, I have a mom, I have 2 sisters.
Yeah.
But still, it doesn't. I don't know. I think that misery. I'm more. I listen to very miserable music all the time. I'm very prone to that side.
Right.
My comedy heroes are usually very bitter, very dark, very bitter. Very and the shows I watch are usually very dark, very like, you know, those miserable movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I do, right?
Right.
I'm not sure is it because that's my calling, or but I still feel that I'd rather be bitter, I'd rather be dark, I would rather be miserable than and knowing and know what I need to do.
That doesn't sound healthy at all, man. What?
I mean, that I don't know about you, but I feel that if I fit off that, I write better. And to be honest,
No, obviously, like the best comics and like the best musicians and stuff, obviously you have to experience a certain amount of pain in your life for there to be, I mean, pain is universal, right? It is. But the thing is, so is love. You get what I'm saying? Like, I wish that like honestly, like I would give everything away for just like a day when I come home and like everybody is happy, you know, it's like a nice thing, and like it's not like like you just come home to like what's the word? It's like a shell of a house, like an echoing of a house. Like none of these. Oh my god, I'm not making any sense.
Am
I?
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, like I would give it all up, because like honestly, like it can get a bit much sometimes, you know. Like you just withdraw from every, like you. It comes to a point where, like, I don't know. This is just me speaking for myself. It comes to a point where you just start pushing everything away, so that you avoid hurt. And honestly, that's not healthy. I'm aware that that's not healthy. But like that is the crappy coping mechanism that I'm employing now. Like obviously, if there's a better coping mechanism, I would love to try it.
I think people have different types of coping mechanism, right?
And usually it's humor. You get what I'm saying? Oh, so that's what I was trying to say. Like properly funny stories come from being in like fucked up places and like having terrible experiences. And you know, Richard Pryor, right? That guy has been through hell. Like if you looked up his personal life, I mean, you would know, right? Like so much terrible things happened to him, so many, you know. But the thing is, he chose to look at, or at least I think he did, like chose to look at the brighter side of things, and I admire that. I really do.
I don't know, man. I think I'm I'm not sure that I would prefer that side, like being happy and stuff, or not, or choose not to do that. So I think the best way to cope is to, I don't know, being miserable knows what. I mean, I know what to do if shit hits the fan. I know what to do when I get rejected and get disappointed. I know what to do that. Sometimes I do not know how to deal with, like, hey, there's this gig coming. What are you going to do? Hey, how do you sell these tickets? Like, I'm pretty sure know what to expect. Like, if things goes down the drain. You get what I mean? If like these things, like, okay, look, this it falls, it doesn't work out. This is how you're going to do it. I don't really know what to do if someone says, hey, you know what, this will work out for you, and it worked out. So what do I do? What happened next? Right? That's what I'm thinking of. Like, if you're successful, what's the next step?
To be a better, I guess, to be a better success.
But what's the better success? How do you define better though?
I think it's a very personal thing. Like, like for a lot of people, like, I don't know, with music, they're probably like thinking being like famous or like selling out shows and all that. That's success. And I mean, to a certain extent, it probably is. But it's a very, like, success. Don't you? It's a very personal thing, don't you think? Like, for me, success is going up on stage and not forgetting words. Like, that is my definition of success. But the thing is, it's such a basic thing. Like, as a musician, you go up there, it's required of you. It's almost it's expected of you that you know what you're doing. You get what I'm saying? But half the time I go up there, I don't even know what I'm gonna sing. You know, like, I just make it up on the fly. And
but
it's a very personal thing. Like, success is for me, like, musical success would probably be. I don't know. I'm a very, like, if someone after a show came up to me and they're like, look, whatever you sang, like just now, I really connected with that. Thank you for writing that and singing it the way that you did. And it was a beautiful feeling. Thank you very much. Like, that, for me, that is success. Like, I wrote this song to be completely honest with how I was feeling and what was going on and stuff like that. And to think that someone else connected to something that I had to say is success for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I think art. I don't.
That's my definition of success. Like, and obviously, being able to eat while playing music, you know, that'd be nice.
I think that's what every artist wanted to do. Like, just want to, like, I mean, I managed to pay my bills.
No, it's not that the case with a lot of people. Like, especially the younger generation, I feel like they're chasing fame. You get what I'm saying? Like, they just want to be popular and like, music is a means to that. But the thing is, I don't know what happened to the people that, like, actually felt proper misery or proper joy or, like, proper anger when they wrote those songs. And it resonated with a lot of people. Like again, pain is universal. If you can be honest with the pain that you're feeling, someone else will connect to that. And I don't know, it could probably make someone's day. It could, yeah.
I think that's the part where, I don't know, being honest in art or being honest in anything you do is what a lot of people strive to achieve, right? Everyone wants to say, hey, I'm honest in this. That's why I'm an artist, right? If you sell out without being honest to yourself, I think you still get a fan base. Somehow, if you find the formula and unlock the door, you'll still find your fame. But I'm not sure whether is it the artist problem? Is that, hey, he's not he has no integrity in his art, right? But still, he sell out though. He still sell out his thing. The content is there, right? His content is still selling.
No, but then again, it boils down to what kind of musician you want to be. You know, like, there are people that are just happy playing covers. There are people that only play originals. You know, there are people that have a nice balance between, and you know, it it boils down to what you want to do with music. There's no right or wrong with music, and that's the beauty of it. Like you can, honestly, you can go up there and like record, like play like a Milo tin. You get what I'm saying? You play it with like a certain rhythm, you say something, and that is music to someone. You know, it's very subjective, and you should just do what comes naturally. And I feel like people are not doing that anymore. You know, they're not being proper. Like everybody's trying to be someone else. Why don't you try doing something that comes naturally to you?
I think being someone else is easier. I'm not saying that it's a good thing. Saying that it's a bad thing.
Emulating, yeah, of course. It'll be obviously like, oh, I want to sound like that guy. I'm going to do everything I can to sound like that guy. But in the process of doing that, don't you lose something that you could have shared with the world that is like uniquely you? You get what I'm saying? Like you go up there and maybe like you sing a certain way that nobody else can sing, but you don't see it because it comes naturally to you. You get what I'm saying? And like I just feel like it's depriving the world of your talent. Yeah, and it's sad.
But I don't know. I feel like every time I write something, every time I'll try to be as honest as possible. I'll try to be, but there is some other guy in my head sometimes. Sometimes I really feel that sometimes I'm a fraud as well. Like I'll try to be. It's everything mine, right? I'm trying to write everything. I'll try to be as honest as possible. This is just a story of my own, right? But you find out in the end that someone had a similar bit. Someone had a similar story then, because I mean, there are some stories that overlap each other, and you feel like, fuck, I'm a fraud. That's what I think when I try
No,
to do
people
it.
have common experiences, you know, and like that's how you connect with people. What? Like let's say, okay, like just now when we were on the train, right? We were talking about what? The army. You know, that's because you went to the army, I went to the army. You know, and we're just trading stories back and forth. And not every story is the same, but obviously like certain things that happen, it resonated with you, and then it caused you to think of something that happened to you, like the whole rank thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I got I don't want to talk about the story because I don't want people to get in trouble. But you know, I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just realized I say you know what I'm saying a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my god! All those years of making fun of all those lecturers, and now I am doing the same thing. Oh my god! Wow! If anything has come from this podcast,
You found a little bit more about yourself.
wow, that's an eye opener. What the hell were we talking about?
You're saying that the stories in the show.
Yeah. So like, you know how I told you a story about the whole rank thing, and then you shared a story that was not the same, but it was in the same vein. Like it was like different situation, different circumstance, but the gist of it was about the same. You know, the whole rank issue, and yeah.
And I think that it's okay to emulate someone else until you found your own voice. So in the end,
it's good to have people who inspire you. You know, like you see someone's songwriting, oh, I wish I could write like them. You know, and you try. But the thing is, you shouldn't. Yeah, I mean, Ira Glass. Do you know Ira Glass? Like, I don't know what he did, or she did, or they did. But there's this thing that this person wrote. It's called, it's about creative work. There's always a gap. You know, where as someone who's doing creative work, that you get into it because you have killer taste, right? And you start the first few years, and then you try, and through like massive volume of work, you try and close the gap to be where you want to be, right? But the thing is, it takes a very long time for you to close that gap. Oh no.
You can't make sense. It's going very deep now. So
no, there's this quote. I can't remember it. My brain is failing me at the worst time. Oh my god.
this is what happens if you don't sleep, right?
Yes. I can't sleep. It's not that I don't sleep. I can't sleep.
But do you ever figure out what's the problem with insomnia?
I don't know if it really is insomnia. I just cannot physically sleep. Like I lie down in bed, and then I try to sleep. I close my eyes. You know, I did the whole breathing thing. I light a few incense sticks. You know, maybe like to calm me down or something. But like I just physically cannot sleep.
Have you ever tried to go to a doctor and see how it goes from there?
That sounds expensive, man. I'm not gonna. As much as I would like to sleep, I do not have a lot of money, so no, I will not.
Or do you ever try using lavender to cover?
No, that's what the incense sticks are for.
Oh really?
Yeah,
And it's still not working?
I mean, I get like I said, like I don't know when I fall asleep. I don't know when I wake up. Like, you know, for like certain times, I might get like 4 or 5 hours. But the thing is, it's like it feels like a split second.
Oh yeah.
So like I close my eyes and I turn around and it's like bright. You know, and then like you look at the time, it's like, oh, 5 hours passed, but you are just as exhausted as when you like lay down, and that's a good night. On the bad nights, it's like literally just rolling around in bed and getting frustrated with your bolster. You know, like, hey man, you're supposed to help me sleep. Obviously, like if you're allowed, everybody should sleep with a bolster. I feel,
yeah, but once there are times that you're in a hotel and yeah,
then use your own arm until you can't feel it anymore.
That's sad though. That's sad. Like that's like when there's no one else, and you don't even have the love of the bolster. You still have to fall asleep though.
What?
Oh, it feels miserable. It feels sad.
What is that? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, I found the quote. Nobody tells this to people who are beginners. I wish someone had told me. All of us who do creative work, we get into it because we have good taste. But there is this gap. For the first couple of years, you make stuff. It's just not that good. It's trying to be good, it has potential, but it's not. But your taste, the thing that got you into the game, is still killer. And your taste is why your work disappoints you. A lot of people never get past... Oh my god, I lost it. A lot of people... Where is it? A lot of people never get past this phase. They quit. Most people I know who do interesting creative work went through years of this. We know our work doesn't have this special thing that we want it to have. We all go through this, and if we are just starting out or you are still in this phase, you got to know that it's normal, and the most important thing you can do is a lot of work. Put yourself on a deadline so that every week you finish one piece. It's only by going through a volume of work that you will close that gap, and your work will be as good as your ambitions. And I took longer to figure out how to do this than anyone I've ever met. It's going to take a while. It's normal to take a while. You just got to fight your way through it. So that's what it took us 5 minutes to come to that quote. But basically, so like you see people that you want to emulate, right? And now I've lost my point again. Oh no.
I don't know. It feels like I think it's okay to emulate people. It's okay to be...
No, it's okay to look up to people. But the thing is, you have to work on your own game. Is what I think I am trying to say.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. Like, it's good to... I mean, everybody needs a good role model, a good mentor and all that. But their job is just to guide you into being the best version of yourself. And the thing is, you can't be the best version of yourself if you are not trying to be yourself. Is what I think I'm trying to say. I am not sure.
I think I've crossed the line of fatigue. That
what?
You have crossed the line of fatigue to even understand.
I'm delirious, man. Like really. Do you see that donkey over there?
Okay.
For the people that are listening, there is a donkey. We are sitting next to a donkey.
Yes. Man, that's scary. But thinking about the idea of like I don't know. How do you write a song? Because I remember there's a story about you taking a cab, like taking a taxi.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, and you wrote a song.
Basically, I let fucked up shit happen to me, and then the process of trying to deal with it is the song.
That's what every artist trying to do, right? That's every musician trying to do. Right?
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just okay. So the song you're talking about is Taxi, right? Like I had a group of very toxic friends, and all we do is drink every like weekend, because at the time I was in the army, so I'd just book out on the weekends, and Friday, Saturday was just spent drinking my weight in liquor, and usually it was free because like these guys were loaded, and they just enjoyed my company, and yeah, so it was just a really really toxic friendship. Like we would bring friends over, and then like everybody is trying to hit on everyone, you know, that kind of thing, and so there was once. I don't wanna like get into it, but like there was a friend that crossed the line with a friend of mine, and I just started questioning, like these people. I would have like taken a bullet for these people, but like now that I think back, it's like, would you have done the same for me? You know, like I started questioning the friendship and all the relationships, and I was like just out of it in a cab, and that's how the song came about. It's just me trying to deal with like honestly, it was like on some level alcoholism. I'm pretty sure it wasn't full blown alcoholism, but there was a little bit of dependency there, and like I'd never felt so alone in my life. Like
I think I don't. I'm not sure whether it's because I got so used to miserable stuff that's why I got attached to those kind of ideas where being like alone and being.
Are you trying to say like you force these things to happen to you? Like
No, I don't. Okay, look, I don't force things to happen.
like if there was like a lift to the 50th floor.
Of course, I would take the
working.
lift.
I mean, like if there was a lift to the 50th floor and there was a bunch of stairs, you would take the stairs.
I would take the lift. I'll still take the lift. But if there's something happy that comes towards me, I'll go. Something's going wrong. Something is going to fuck up.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that all the time.
Uh,
Mostly because like a lot of bad things happen, and then you just like you can't believe that something good happens.
That I think that's our defense mechanism, right? That's one way to like, hey, you know what? If it fucked
Yeah.
up, I can do it.
It's a very good way to like to move on. Like you just something fucked up happens, and then you're just like, okay, this thing happened. It always happens. Like this kind of stuff always happens to me. Let's just move on and try and carry on with the day. You know.
I think this is how I deal with when people try to say that, hey, why don't you just try? Hey, why don't you just talk to that girl? Hey, why don't you just tell that girl, tell your crush that you're like.
Yeah, but the thing is,
like, that's like, yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Yeah, I'm gonna tell her that I like her, and what's gonna happen is she's gonna tell me that she just wants to be friends because I probably. Oh my god! Excuse me. Because I do stuff like that. You know, I'm just weird and I burp at the wrong times.
I don't know. That's still positive though. I don't know. There are times I go, you know what? She won't even say no. She'll just run and scream.
Yeah.
So that's our way to set out a defense mechanism to.
But then, like, you stop living your life. You know, like I understand that I do this, right, and I actively make an effort to stop doing that. Because I feel like when you do stuff like this, you close yourself off to life. Life is like, as much as I am a cynic, right? I really do want to believe that life is beautiful, and there have been points in my life when like life is just like, hey man, I'm beautiful, man, and like just straight up, like I'm beautiful. You have to acknowledge that, and yeah. Every time I say yeah, right, that's me losing track of what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think it's. I think at one point we should learn how to like enjoy. Like
Yeah, like you should let these good things happen to you, and you accept them for good things, and you be thankful that they happened, and then you just keep like moving forward, as the Robinsons have said in their movie. Favorite movie, by the way, Meet the Robinsons.
Is it?
Yeah, Meet the Robinsons is, you know that movie with the whole T-Rex and that time traveling thing, where the kid is actually like an inventor genius, and then he marries this girl that like makes frogs sing and all that. The main motto of the show is keep moving forward. No matter what happens, just keep moving forward.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a really good movie. Like, and I really like the song in that thing.
Do you watch like a lot of movies and trying to like find out what their motto is?
I don't think I do it like consciously. Like I watch a movie and then like you just see something that happens and you're just like, oh, this could mean that. But then again, you didn't make the movie. Like you can't be entirely sure.
But
of
that's what we
that's
all,
your own inference, you know.
But that's what all artists trying to make, right?
Yeah.
But do you how do you ever try to connect to your? Do you consciously trying to connect with people, or
No.
do you,
No, never. All I do, my job is to be as completely honest as I can with myself. And honestly, that is a really hard thing to do. As like I don't know, I feel like it's one of the hardest things to do is to be completely honest with yourself. Like, look, you fucked up today, and it's because of this reason, this reason, this reason. You need to acknowledge that these things happened because you were like this, and then you just try and not do it again, and you just keep moving forward. Meet the Robinsons. But yeah, and I don't know. I just yeah.
yeah, but I don't know, man. I think that being honest to yourself is one thing, right? Being honest. That's why when I was at the musician stuff. So because I was at
Wait, do you fall down? No, it's okay.
so I was at the we are at the Sennheiser,
Yeah,
the mic.
that was
thing.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt a little bit weird though
Why?
to hang out with the musicians and everything. I feel like I shouldn't be there. I feel like a fraud sometimes to
What do you mean fraud?
I don't.
Everybody uses microphones.
Yeah, but I don't.
Like
it feels
musicians, comics, everybody uses microphones. So
But when I'm with comics, I know as in when I'm with comics, there's a certain amount of I can be completely honest and well.
but that's because you know these people. You get what I'm saying? I don't think it's very much to do with them being comics. It's just that they're your friends and you know.
But if it's overseas, I've met them once. I'm okay with them as well. You get what I
Really?
mean? Yeah. So it's like I can be completely honest. I can be. I'll
But
still
you
try to
can
be
you can
nice.
do the same with musicians. You know, like people are people, man.
Hey,
you know, just
hey.
because I play music doesn't make me, you know, something else. I'm still just a kid. You know.
With the guitar.
Yeah, that I didn't buy. Shout out to Naresh. Thank you very much for the wonderful birthday gift.
But is that the reason why? Did you play any other instrument?
Sorry?
Do you play any other instrument?
I barely play the guitar. Like that's the truth. I mean, when I was younger, I was convinced I played the drums and the bass and like and all the other stuff. But the truth is, like I wasn't playing the instrument. I was just it was
Fucking
very
hell.
basic things. You know, anybody could have done it in a week.
But
That
then
was-
again, it's a good thing though. As in, it's like I don't when you do some basic shit or some
Mhm.
basic things, right? I thought that it's like a one way to feel you that there's a link there to your future. I don't. Did
No, I
that
mean
make
it's
sense, Al?
it's always good to have your foot like a toe or something in everything that you do, I guess. I mean, like if you're a musician, it's always good to have like a little bit of knowledge about, you know, like bass or like the drums or like keys, you know, that kind of thing. But if you don't, you don't. And that's okay, you know. Again, it depends on what you want to do with the music. Like, do you want to be a multi-instrumentalist, or do you want to just focus on one instrument, be good at it, and then get people who are just as good at other instruments to come and join you? And if the vibe is right, hopefully you make good music. And if it's not, then you just, you know, reset, no feelings hurt. Because at the end of the day, you just want to, like, I just want to make good music. That's what I want to do. And yes.
But you guys had I don't know when I was looking at Jack and Rye and you guys like hanging out with each other. You guys have a very good vibe. So
What do you mean?
I don't know. I always like to see creative people hanging out with each other and you guys like I don't know, it felt like there's a good vibe along with you guys. You get what I mean? Like I can feel the good vibe. This
I don't
one.
know. I'm just blessed. I feel blessed to be around the people that I am. And they believe in what I do when I don't believe in what I do. And
Wait,
it's-
is that a crippling fear and self-doubt of an artist that you feel all the time?
see, that's the thing. I don't see myself as an artist yet.
Uh-huh.
I'm just a kid that
Oh.
writes songs.
Or are you just setting a standard far too high for yourself to
That's
consider an
probably
artist?
it. Also, I guess. Like, I don't know. I'm to the best. Like, to my ability, I'm a perfectionist. Like, I can play a bunch of chords. You know, I sing a bunch of lines. But the thing is, like, no matter how, I've always been a fan of doing simple things well. You know, like it doesn't have to be intricate, like mind-blowing arrangements and stuff like that. But if you are sincere, and the music is, you know, it doesn't have to be complicated. You know, as long as it's honest, and it comes from a proper place, it'll probably be good. Like what you said. Like, I don't know what kind of vibe me and the others were giving off, but like we weren't trying to give off a vibe. You know, we were just being ourselves. And if you can do that with the music, I think it will translate. You know? Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think it's because we've
At any point, if I am not making sense, like, let me know, because like I feel like this whole time I've just been rambling.
it's okay. You're making sense.
Am I?
Yeah, you're making
Okay,
sense.
cool.
Okay, but yeah, how honest are you with your songs? Like,
A bit too honest, honestly. A
Like-
bit too honest.
like-
Like there was okay. So the first few times like that I played my originals, to a bunch of people, right? I didn't think much of it. I just wrote the song. I thought it was okay, and then like I was obviously forced into. It's me. That one happened again. Wait, hold on. I am not burping into the microphone. Like, I am being polite. So if that picks up, I'm sorry.
I can edit it out.
Can you?
I can edit it out. Christ, come on.
I don't know. Leave it, man. It's fine. What was I gonna say? Yeah. So I wrote those songs because it was a natural thing. Like, I felt that way. I wrote the song, and then I moved on, and then I got forced into playing those songs. Because okay, I say forced because I had like I still do, but it's not as bad as it was. Like I get very, very like anxious right before I sing or like perform anything. And it used to be really bad, like to the point where I would have to drink a lot to feel a bit more sedated so that I can just go up there and do whatever the fuck I want, you know? And usually when I'm drunk or like high or whatever, all it takes is a little bit of nudging and I'll do whatever it is. a lot of stories from that personality trait of mine, I guess. Like, you know. But so like I started playing at the Blue Jazz for like an open mic called Destination Inc. And I was playing a bunch of covers, and then one day I wrote like an original song, and then like I was really out of it, and then I accidentally blurted out like I wrote a song, and then everybody was like, "Oh, you gotta play the song," and I played the song, and then I got off stage, and this guy came up to me, and then he was like, "Dude, I really felt that, like whatever you just did, like I really felt that."
What's the song?
The first one I ever wrote was Mama Told Me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's for people who don't know, it's like about advice that my mom gave me without her knowing. And I'm pretty sure she hasn't heard the song yet. Like she only left, like there was like we did like a video and everything and put it online. And my mom, I'm pretty sure she didn't watch the video. She just said, "Good luck with the music." Like that was her comment. But yeah, and like so this guy came up to me and he was like, "I really felt that, you know, that one line about like your dad not coming home, you know, that kind of thing." And the thing is that I didn't think much of it when I wrote the song. It just came out because I was feeling a certain way, and it came out. It felt organic, so I kept it. And I don't know, maybe my music is a bit too honest. I don't think it's a bad thing, but like I don't know. I just feel like you shouldn't hide the way you feel about certain things. Obviously, if you feel like you like someone and like you'd ruin everything if you told them, then obviously bury that shit and be miserable your whole life. No, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna ask, right?
Yeah.
How's your What's your family like?
Well, this is some heavy shit. Do you really want to get into it?
If you're willing, if you're
I don't know. I don't know how everybody else would take it if I like was honest about. No, I don't want to talk about it. Like, I don't want to bum anyone out.
Hey,
if you want to know, just come and ask me or something. I'll tell you.
I can put like an explicit content. I can put like a note, disclaimer note, like saying that there are certain stuff that I was being told.
Nah. Just life is. It has not been kind. That's all I'll say. Yeah, and yeah.
But that's how we do things, right?
Sorry?
That's how you do things, right?
I don't know. I just feel like I've been given a bad hand my whole life, and I've just been trying to make the most of it. I mean, it's not anybody's fault that I got a bad hand. I just got a bad hand. What are you gonna do? You know, like, are you gonna be a little bitch, you know, and be sad about it? Obviously, you know, if something bad happens, you take time to react to it and all that, but you shouldn't let it cripple you. You get what I'm saying? Like, it should, if anything, it should push you to be better.
But that's the other. I think that when you're dealt with a bad hand.
I'm sorry?
I'm saying that sometimes when you deal with a bad hand, black hand, bad hand.
Racist. I am dark brown at best.
How does that make sense? Yeah, but sometimes when you are being dealt with a bad hand, right, in life,
it's a natural thing.
It's a natural
Everybody
thing.
has good days and bad days.
But that's I don't know, that's how we deal with it though. That's like, okay, if everything's so bad in life, that's I'm not sure, is it true that what doesn't kill you make you stronger?
No, sometimes what doesn't kill you will probably mangle you and you'll probably never be able to walk. But at least you're still alive, you know?
But you still have to deal with the shit that comes out. I don't know. When we say sometimes when things go bad, you get better. Things doesn't.
But that's a choice you make, I feel. Like, if something bad happens, it's up to you how you react to it. You know, you could, like I was saying, like you could let it like consume you and just become like a puddle of, you know, self-pity, or you could make the best of the situation. And honestly, I feel like we should all strive to make the best of the situation, because life isn't fair. I mean, we're all adults, you know. Let's be honest. Like, life can be pretty shitty sometimes, but it's up to you how you react to it, don't you think?
Partly that. I don't know. I think that there's always like something more that has to achieve to make sure that when you dealt life, when you dealt with a bad hand. I don't know, when you play poker, right? When you dealt with a shitty hand,
Right.
you dealt with a shitty hand. You can wait for the river to come out too, but sometimes when it's really bad, it's really bad. You just have to move on.
Yeah, you got a bad hand this round, but next round you might have a good hand, you know? And you have to,
And then you become a
push
gambler.
yourself. Okay. Wow.
I'm sorry, I got to. Oh yeah, you're saying.
No, I was just saying, like, in poker there are like good rounds and bad rounds, right? But you shouldn't let one round decide how the next round is going to be. That's all I was going to say. I was not going to say anything about gambling at all. If you do have a gambling problem, you're hurting more than yourself. Try and seek help. Like, that's just good sense. Like, try not to hurt the people around you, you know?
I don't know, man. So but how did you get into the music? So you wrote your first song. Then you have, and I remember you telling me that there's a lot of like worse songs that comes out, like not worse in the sense like bad songs, but worse in the sense that songs that come from a worse place, like bad places.
Yeah.
So
That's exclusively what I do. I just I write terrible songs about terrible things that happened. Yeah.
but your songs aren't terrible though, to be honest.
Oh, thanks, man.
It's I really love your songs, but
Thanks, man.
yeah, but
It means a lot.
yeah, they're good songs. Try to take it in. I know it's hard to take compliments
Yeah,
in.
I don't deal very well with compliments, but thank you. Like
Yeah.
I'm getting better,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So thank you.
I know. It feels like being. Do you hurt anyone around you when you try to be really, really honest? Like,
I'm pretty sure I hurt my dad, but fuck him. I mean, okay, that's not fair. He did what he could. He made his mistakes. We all make mistakes, you know. I would like to move on from whatever happened when I was younger and now and all that. And yeah, let's just leave it at that. Like I feel like it's not fair. Like we all make mistakes. We're not perfect people. But the thing is you should own up to your mistakes. As should I. You know? Like there was a lot of back and forth and nobody wanted to take ownership of things that happened. And it just dissolved and now it's just hate that doesn't make sense. Like just the thought or like the mention of the name of this man makes me upset. And sometimes like I sit down and I wonder like, what did he do that really pushed me to feel like that? And then it's mostly because, you know, he hurt my mom and I care about my mom, you know? And but he isn't a bad man. You know, like my dad, he's not a bad man. He's just a bad dad. And that's all I have to say about that topic. And if you're
Okay.
listening to this, Dad, which I don't think is possible at all, but if you are, I don't know, man. If you want to sit down and talk about things, maybe in like 10 years I'd be ready. Yeah.
I think, again, meet the Robinsons.
Yeah, keep moving forward.
Keep moving forward. I know, man. It's yeah. So being honest with your music, it's. I think
I don't think I've heard anyone. I don't know. Like, I don't think I've heard anyone with being honest in my songs.
I know being. I think it's okay to be in a song and you feel like being honest with your craft, being honest with your with your craft, and that's a good thing, right? Sometimes I don't, but being, I'm afraid to be very, very honest to hurt people too. So
Right.
yeah. So
No, but the thing is, like, I'm not singing songs about other people. No, I am, right? But like, it's it's me. It's coming from me. Like, this is how I saw the situation, and then I chose to deal with the situation in the manner that I did. And yeah.
However, when I see you do your songs,
Sorry?
when you do your songs, it's out of love though. You get what I mean?
Really?
Look, no matter how bad the thing is, right? There's a glimpse of hope in your songs.
Wow.
I don't. When I listen to some of the songs, taxi wise, I see a glimpse of hope. I see a glimpse of like that.
Really? That song is dark, dude. Like, if you really knew what it was about.
If I did not perceive the song wrongly, or because that's how I infer the song, and sometimes it may sound dark,
Right.
but no matter how dark it is, there might be a spark in there to light it up. You get what I mean? Sometimes I don't know whether is it because I dabble into misery too much that I see the spark, or I see a light. You get what I mean? There are songs like the Mama songs. It's sad. Yes, but it's dark. It's terrible, like from the place. But I can still feel actually that there's love inside.
Yeah, I mean, it was
from your perspective, from the story from your side. The song about and there's love inside. It's not like fuck you dad, fuck you.
Mama told me it's not about my dad.
Yeah, so
Honestly, it's about what my mom was
Yeah.
like telling me.
So,
Yeah.
so I feel that it's not like fuck you, fuck the world, fuck everything. But it's more like, hey, I love you. The song stems from love itself, and the advice that my mom told me. So when you put it out there, it doesn't feel like it hurts. It doesn't feel like aggressive. Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It feels like you that there's something in there that people relate to. That it's a song that people relate to, but it's not a song that you feel that. Look, it's I hate you, fuck everything. Do you get what I mean?
I think so. Not entirely sure, but I feel like this is vaguely positive,
It's positive.
and I thank you for it.
It's positive. I don't know, man. I feel like there are times that's why I'm not sure whether is it the case, but I think that's why I love to hang out with you guys, because you guys are pretty positive people.
Not really, man.
You guys
we just make the best of situations.
But to do that, you're still being very positive though. That's what I feel. That you I don't know, being with you guys, right? You can, I think you can be miserable as much as you want. Go ahead, right? Being a miserable person to write shit stuff as you want, it's okay. But to write stuff but to write stuff that come from terrible places, and to make it positive, though. You get what I mean? To make it. It doesn't come from the.
I was nodding my head, thinking that it would pick up on the microphone. Oh my god! I'm really sorry.
So it doesn't feel like it's a place from. It doesn't come from hate, right? You can do whatever you want, and once it come out from hate, people will hurt. People will get hurt. A lot of people will get hurt in like saying things that you meant to hurt someone.
I don't know, man. I think the appropriate response is thank you.
So
I'm just gonna say thank you.
Okay, that's nice. That's.
But yeah, thank you for
Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
I think so. We'll talk about it after this. Yeah.
Thank you for doing this.
Hey man, thanks for having me.
And
We're coming live from a corner in Peninsula Shopping Centre. A lot of people have been staring at us.
But that's what recording do, man. Everyone's staring at us.
Yeah.
Everyone's looking at us.
They don't know what we're doing, you know.
They don't know. They are looking at a guy with a pair of headphones and holding a mic with an
sitting next to the dustbin. I'm not even kidding. We're sitting next to 3 huge dustbins.
I've went to worse places to record though.
Really? Where?
Yeah. Outside of the toilet.
Really?
Like you have to walk a little bit to the toilet, like down the stairs and turn right. And there are places like what I've sat at Scape. The where there are people walking. But it's hiding right at the corner. You have people who are dancing right beside us, and we are facing the traffic.
How do you get clean audio if like stuff like that happens?
It's not really clean, but it's clean enough to pass through.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
This place is quiet enough, right? Like
it's quiet enough, to be honest.
I feel like we are not addressing the fact that we are in a podcast. I feel like we're just talking now.
That's what we are trying to do, man.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, we I'm not gonna
Objective achieved.
but I don't know, man. I think that being a podcast is like trying to fulfill like a sense of like trying to have a conversation, like a heart-to-heart conversation with someone, and I'm trying to do it with people that I can have a conversation with, and which is a very rare thing sometimes.
Really? I don't know. We talk all the time.
Yeah, that's why I get you on.
That makes sense.
Right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. Okay. Again, thank you for doing this.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Sure.
Bye.
Bye.